I would like to congratulate the Jesuit order on the murder of over 1 million infants in their underwater city. I got a message from Loree McBride. Go to orderofthejesuits.com. I will read it to you. I tried to add you as a friend on YouTube to plead with you to not order the nuclear attack on the underwater city. How could you knowingly extinguish the lives of over 1 million babies? There's something that you should know. The majority of the babies you murdered were clones of the baby that Brent, she's referring to Brent Spiner. This is Loree McBride, the woman he never went to bed with, of the baby that Brent gave me on that special night. Here's my response to this Jesuit. Message to Loree McBride and the Jesuit order. From God Almighty to Babylon the Great. Read Revelation 17. Isaiah 57:9. My birthday is 9/15/57. And thou wentest to the king with ointment, and didst increase thy perfumes, and didst send thy messengers like messenger RNA far off, and didst debase thyself even unto hell. Did you know debase? That word is only used one time in the King James Bible. Aren't bases part of the genetics involved in cloning? Again, with emphasis, Isaiah 57:9. I was born 9/15/57. And thou wentest to the king with ointment, and didst increase thy perfumes, and didst send thy messengers far off, and didst debase thyself even unto hell. In response to what you said on your YouTube video, Satanic Loree McBride, I did not murder those babies, you did. You Jesuits created those babies in your cloning labs to make martyrs of them in case we nuked your military fortress that you created underwater in preparation for your future nuclear holocaust against us. We would have saved the babies if you turned them over to us. Why didn't you do it? Weren't you concerned about their life? Why did you leave them there? We would have saved them. What's your problem? You left them there on purpose, didn't you? So you turn over all the adults to us and leave the babies there to make martyrs of them. You hypocrites! You dare to accuse us of murder just because we had to defend ourselves against you? You all are the biggest cold-blooded killers I've ever encountered. You Jesuits sponsored the Nazi Holocaust and would do it all over again and much worse if we let you. It was your choice to leave those babies there. You are the murderers. You chose to leave them in that city as propaganda to make martyrs out of yourself. Martyrs out of yourself, you bunch of murdering bastards, you. You create clones of people so you can murder the version you don't like, the version of the person who does not support Jesuit goals, and then you let the evil clone live in their place to make it look like you never committed murder. You've been doing this for years. And I expose your dirty butts, and now you want to kill me. Well, murder is nothing new for you. That's your specialty. You deserve a Nobel Prize for murder. You Jesuits going to preach to me about murder? You sponsored World War I, World War II, the American Civil War, and just about every major war in recent history in the past several hundred years. And so now you make a bunch of clones of the baby that you conceived with Brent Spiner's semen through artificial insemination and put them there as a setup for murder. And now you try to make Vladimir Putin and I criminals because you chose to leave them in that city, knowing that we had to nuke your military fortress to protect ourselves against your future nuclear holocaust. You are the murderer. Brent has made me fully aware of how you've raped him and how you've tried to kill him many a time. He would never go to bed with you willingly and knowingly. He probably wants to puke at the thought. Congratulations over your successful murder of over 1 million infants. You chose to leave them in the city. You cloned them like a criminal to leave them there on purpose for murder. How dare you Jesuits play God and create human beings just to promote your political agendas? You're the biggest bunch of bastards I've ever encountered. Oh, by the way, God is the one who calls you a bastard, not me. Let me give you Bible jackasses a Bible lesson. From Zechariah 9:6, and a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. What church is it that celebrates Ash Wednesday? Wasn't there an Ash Wednesday earthquake in Seattle when I lived there in 2001? Is God trying to say something? Duh. Huh? Jesuits? Huh? Is God trying to tell you guys something? And let me read this verse again. Zechariah 9:6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. And I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. My apologies to Pope Benedict, who I really like, but unfortunately, it's the Jesuit general and not the Pope who runs the Catholic Church. By the way, let me give you a little foretaste of your future. Revelation chapter 18. And saying, alas, alas, that great city. You know, God's talking about a city here. You guys seem to be obsessed with cities. That was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches has come to naught. And every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off. Boy, God seems to know that you like under ocean cities. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God hath avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. And the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee. And no craftsman of whatever craft he be shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived, and in her was found the blood of prophets, and of saints, and of all that were slain upon the earth. And you're going to preach to me about murder? God will render your verdict. And yes, you're the future 666, and the Jesuit Pope's going to take over the earth and be the Antichrist. But you're going to lose in the end, because Jesus Christ is going to come and beat you up at the Battle of Armageddon. You're on the wrong side. You're on the losing side. You're going to lose. This destruction of your city is just a taste of things to come.